Tomorrow morning's reading, chapter 12 of the book of Genesis, Lekh, the most famous Parshat, maybe the most famous part of our early story. It's a story where, without any prior notice, God says to Abraham, who's then known as Avram, the artist formerly known as Avram, says to him, Avram, Lekha, go. And then there's a litany of things that the Torah will tell us that God will heighten the tension by mentioning the things that Abraham is to leave. Lekha, leave me'artzecha, from your land, mimolatetecha, from your birthplace, mibeit avicha, from your ancestral home. And then these famous words, to the land that I will, ela aretz asher ar'eka, to the land that I will show you, ar'eka. The word in Hebrew, lirot, to see, lirot, ar'eka, the land that I will show you. So, of course, the first question that the Mefarshim, the commentators, ask, what's the business of saying to him, to the land that I'll show you? Why not tell him where he's going? So what's the answer, everybody? The answer is, what kind of test would that be? It would still be a test. Leave everything behind is enough of a test. But the test, of course, is heightened because Abraham doesn't exactly know where he's going. He only has a promise from God that you'll know it when you see it. You have to go to the place, and the Archaim HaKadosh, one of the Mefarshim, say, of course, that's the essence of the test. Asher Eka. That's the reason why the Torah says Asher Eka. To the land I will show you makes Abraham's act that much more profound. In some very deep way, the essence of the test is being told to go somewhere, but being told you'll receive further instructions when you get there, and you're not going to know when you're there. But then I saw another commentator say, let me tell you another reason why God says Ar'eka, the land that I will show you. Because in Hebrew, one of the funniest things about Hebrew is that it can mean its thing and its opposite. The name Ar'eka, the word rather, Ar'eka, can mean the land that I will show you, but it can also mean the land where you will be seen. To the Aretz Asher Ar'eka, to the land where you will go to, where in that land you will be seen. The land will see you. The land will know you. The land will recognize you. The land will say, we've been waiting for you, Abraham. And I was thinking to myself that commentator, for me personally, reconciled both of these pieces. The sense of there being a test in being shown something that you don't know, and there also being a test in being told that you'll go to a place that will see you. Sometimes when you tell somebody go somewhere and in that place they'll see you, they think at the moment it's going to be so exciting. Wow, they're going to see me there. And sometimes that's all we want. As one of my beloved friends this week reminded us in our Hasidic Masters class, the teaching that everybody wants to come to a place where they're seen. Not just in cheers, but even in synagogues too, right? You want to go where everybody knows your name. But what if it's a test, too, to be told ahead of time that you're going to go to a place, and I promise you when you go in, they're going to see you? Do you run away? You say, I'd rather go somewhere anonymously. Yeah, sure, it's a test to go to the place that you're telling me, I'll show you it. But what if I tell you to go to the place where not only will I show you it and you'll have to trust me, but I'm promising you that in that place you will be seen, it'll be a fit, it'll be known. It'll be the future that you imagined, you dreamed of. The fantasy has come true. Wow, here I am. They see me. Look. And everything in you wants to go, no, thank you. No, thank you. Thinking about this Torah today as we stood, Rabbi Rivera and Rabbi Coloresis and myself stood outside of the mikvah on 74th Street, the ritual bathhouse, the immersion. And as we had the honor with, I think, all rabbis, I think unanimously, Rabbi Michael will say that there's no greater kavod, there's no greater honor than to be, like Essen said, to be with someone who is choosing to be a part of the chosen people, because really the choosing people is a much higher level. It's such an inspiration to be with this person in their choice. And to hear them say, as Amanda said, the chilach, I felt called to become a Jew. I felt called to be part of this family. And I wasn't sure when I stepped out onto the unknown precipice what it would be like. And I'm still not sure if I'll be in communities where not only will I be shown this community, but the community will see me in my totality, will receive me in my totality. And when she met Romamu and she met this community and she was exposed to many communities like Romamu, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, Asher Eka, there are communities that are waiting for me. And isn't that a test? Isn't that a test? To imagine a future and to actually have the chutzpah, the holy chutzpah and the nerve to dream it and to manifest it and to materialize it and then to own it and live in it and not run away and not say it's because they didn't see me, but maybe because I didn't really want to be seen. Maybe they were shining the light on me and it was bright and it was illuminate and I got scared, so maybe I sabotaged it, or maybe I asked for more and they said, well, we're giving you a lot. I said, well, I'm not really feeling it. And you're like, no, you're getting a lot. And there are all kinds of ways that we do that. Isn't that a nisayon? Isn't that a test? This is only a test, but it's a big test. Asher Eka, that double valence of that word, the land that I will show you, but the land that will show itself to you, that will see you. Both of them are tests. Both of them are, in their own ways, a practice for us. A practice to both have faith that the unknown is not an enemy, that the unknown is not an enemy, that the unknown can be a mystery, a sacred journey into free falling. But maybe more poignantly than all of our journeys, the next step is equally powerful. Not only will you be shown a place, but you'll be seen in that place. And can you receive that? Can you feel it? Can you expect it and also run towards it? What does that feel like? What does that look like? That's a practice. So Abraham here becomes a model for all of us and a blessing for all of us, because indeed the land found him as he looked for it. The Midrash tells us the land rose up like in Moana and said, oh, here you are. And that's my blessing for all of us, that those places that will be shown, that we'll see them, they'll see us, and we'll say, oh, okay, I've been looking for you. And it says, well, we've been looking for you. And we say, great. Isn't that great? When lovers meet, when friends find each other, when businesses find a way to create, right, an atmosphere of connection and dignity, when all of those things are working, when we're both looking for who is looking and also allowing ourselves to be found, that is a great passing of the test. And bless each and every one of us on this Shabbat of Lekh, Lekha, of go, that we're able to embody both of those tests, pass them as often as possible, and ask ourselves frequently, which one is the one that we're working with in any given moment? May that blessing come true for all of us, and I invite you to say Amen.